Hello everyone in YouTube land. Welcome back to my channel. Now I have gotten the flu, so my voice is a little bit fucked up. But what you gonna do? I need to put out the content, you know. And as I promised last episode. I wanted to take you behind the scenes on the first lyric video that you heard a couple of episodes ago called Isolation. And this is it. And yeah, I have what I have done, the rhythm guitar sound is from the Kemper, and it's a combination between a Marshall and a PV. Marshall GCM 800, I believe it was, and a PV 5105. And that sounds like this. And what I usually do in the beginning, and this is the usual trick that I think it's called the Andy Sneap trick. And yeah, I put a multi-band compressor just to keep the palm mutes under control. So a tiny bit of that. As you can see, it barely moves other than the palm mutes. Then it reacts a little bit more, but it's just to keep the dynamics under control. And this is how the equalizer looks. A little dip around 260 and a dip around 800 hertz and 4K. And I make a high pass. I make the high pass filter is around 90 hertz. You don't need that. You don't need bass beneath 90 hertz on the guitars, because that's where the bass guitar takes over. I have probably talked about this before, but anyways, and I cut cut the highs around 9K. That I have found that this works for my taste or sound. So yeah, and in the end, on the guitar bus, in this case I have there is no rules when it comes to mixing. You have to use your ears and your own preferable taste. And for me, this is the way I found that it suited my taste. So around 120 hertz, I have boosted it a fair bit. Just to get that punch in the guitars, and as you can see, around I have boosted the guitars around 170 hertz a fair bit, and around 8K. That's where the magic happens, in the treble area. So let me demonstrate how this sounds with and without the equalizer. So it's doing its mission, and bass guitars, same thing. Multi-band compressor, just to tame the bass a little bit, so it's not all over the place. And equalizer here as well. And as you see, it's I cut the bass around 65 hertz, just to give the bass drum some breathing space, if you like. And I cut it around 4K. And and I use a compressor just to control the bass as much as possible. And in the end, I'm using a brick wall limiter, just so, as you can see here. It's just to keep the bass under control, so it don't. I like to make it sit right in the mix. I use a brick wall limiter, and that's it. On the lead guitar, I have made some adjustments here as well, and this is frequencies that I did not like on the lead guitars, so and you just have to try it out, and it's not that difficult to get a great sound, and there is a lot of great YouTubers that I have learned from, and so if you are a bedroom musician, to put it like that, like me, there is a lot of great tips on how to do this yourself. But I wanted to show how I did things. So what I have done on the lead guitars here I have the high pass filter is, I found for my taste that I cut it around 200 hertz, so it doesn't interfere with the rhythm guitars and stuff. And also a little boost around 8K here, and a little boost around 2K, and a little boost around, I don't know why I have done this, but I've boosted it around 180 hertz as well. I probably had a good reason for doing that. I don't remember at this point, because I have been doing this for a long time now, and I've been working with anyways, it sounds good to my ears, so that's that. And yeah, the clean guitars here as well. Not that much. Actually, on the clean guitars, I have boosted it quite a lot, around 7k hertz and around 2.5k hertz, because there wasn't that much treble and stuff on the clean guitars, so I have boosted it a fair bit. And here as well, yeah, there is different equalizers for every instrument, so yeah. And yeah, and on the verse part of the song I have used it's the same lead sound, but I have used a compressor, the CLA 76 compressor, because I wanted to, it's to have much, the most consistency on the lead part, on the verse. So, yeah. And on the vocals, as you can see here, there's a shitload of stuff in the vocal chain, starting out with a CLA 76 compressor and equalizer, a de-esser, the SSL channel, where I boosted it around 8k hertz and around 1.5 kilohertz. And and here I used the high pass filters as well. On I cut it around 180 hertz. And I use the Joey Sturgis, Joel Vanasek vocals plugin. It's a compressor and a limiter in the same plugin. And I ended up using the Roomworks, the reverb plugin that comes with Cubase, and some delay. And I used a gate at the end here because I had some white noise problems. But the gate, it's barely on, as you can see. So when, just to keep it clean and keep the white noise out. And and I've used the parallax for the bass, as I told you before. And I use different there's a different plugin. I use the Archetype Gojira plugin on the lead part on the verse in the song. And I use Toneforge Jeff Loomis on the lead. So this is what I have ended up using for the album. This works for my taste. So it's quite a puzzle to make the soundscape for an album, as I have told you before as well. So was basically it. I use Superior Drummer for the drums, and I use a SSL compressor on that bus, or yeah, the drums. And yeah, it's not that much. I compress it a tiny bit. And that's enough to glue the drums together. And yeah, I'm pleased with how things sound now. And yeah, I have been mixing a lot on the album the past few weeks, and yeah, it's a lot of work, and yeah, but things are going in the right direction. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As I told you in the beginning, I have gotten the flu, and I'm not in my best shape. But I hope you enjoyed and found it informative, this video. And yeah, that was all that I had for this episode. So I hope I see you next episode, and I hope you have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic weekend. And yeah, you know what to do if you like what I'm talking about every other Friday. Hit that subscribe button and that like button, and yeah, hopefully I see you next time. In the meantime, stay metal. Sorry about the low energy in this episode, but that's life. Stay metal.